The new Nest Audio from Google is a completely redesigned smart speaker that's intended to replace both the original Google Home and the Google Home Max. It has the Google Assistant on board, and therefore it can answer almost any question. It can play music and control a lot of your smart home, but we had to wait 3 years for this upgrade. Was it worth the wait? The new Nest Audio has some pretty significant upgrades versus the original Google Home speaker. It is extremely clear and crisp sound that comes out of the new Nest Audio, and while it doesn't have the upper end of volume that the Google Home Max does, it does provide quite a sound experience with the 75mm woofer and the 19mm tweeter that was designed in a really thoughtful way to produce that clear, crisp, and full audio sound that you're getting out of this speaker. Truly, the Nest Audio can cover about half of an average home with pretty good sound experience, and that's amazing for the price point we're talking about here. But you might actually need to cover half of a home because the height of this speaker has actually caused a little bit of a change in the look and feel as far as I'm concerned. See, there are certain situations that I've placed this in, and you can see how tall it is. I think you can use some of the new colors to really help to find the right space and to put this speaker in the right spot. In terms of connectivity in the setup process, this one was extremely easy, and Google has kind of nailed this one at this point. And I've noticed with the Nest Mini and the Nest Audio here that Google has really improved the Wi-Fi transceivers that they're putting into these devices. I think maybe they actually listened that people were having so much trouble with the old Google Home Minis that they have updated the version that's in here. The Bluetooth 5.0 and Chromecast built-in capabilities mean you're going to have good connectivity with Bluetooth, and with that Chromecast built-in capability, that's actually really important if we ever want to have home theater setups with this speaker. The Nest Audio also comes with a 24-volt 30-watt adapter that is specifically made for the Nest Audio. Now, you also have capacitive touch control, so there's a play pause on the front and then volume controls on the top and in the front in kind of a weird location. Now, I don't normally use those controls, but this is where I had my first problem with the device. See, they're actually in a funny place, and this was the first time that I got a Google Home product or any of the Nest speakers, and I didn't right away touch the exact right place for those capacitive controls. And they're on the front, not in the middle or at the back as well, so you really have to think about where you're tapping this speaker. It's just a little bit to learn. It's not that big of an idea, but the bigger problem with this is that there's actually an imbalance now between the capability of this to produce music and audio and the microphone set, the 3 far-field microphones. It was entirely unable to hear me when I cranked up the volume, and that's what you want to do with a speaker like this. So it helped to have actually other Google Home products around to answer me in that case, or I had to go up and actually use those touch controls. Now, I should clarify that it's not tragic. It's not like the speaker can't hear me in general, but it can't hear me when it's really loud out there. And the other thing that has really started to bother me about this is I'm getting such a great speaker. Why is it that Amazon is so far ahead with their home theater setup? Apple and Apple TV can now create paired speaker systems with other smart speakers and give me this really immersive experience with the speakers. this is becoming a serious problem with the Google Nest set of speakers and their streaming services entirely. The other problem I'm having now with the Google Nest devices is that Amazon and other competitors have either caught up or surpassed Google in ways that are meaningful to the average family. And let me give you a couple examples of this. Amazon's devices can ring like a doorbell. They can notify me of a package arrival, have a skill library that's actually full of skills that work, and they have more smart devices available to them. Echoes have the ability to start automation from sensors and other devices, and we have that whole home theater issue there. There are options for both iOS and Android devices, plus the kid mode is able to seamlessly switch now on Amazon devices. I don't know how to reconcile all of those things missing from Google, and it's not like they don't have certain features that are missing from Amazon service. They do. They have a number of them, but these are really critical things that the user base has been asking for and people find really frustrating when they go get one of these products. So my question is, why did it take 3 years and we still don't have a lot of that? It's not that I have any problem with this device sitting here. And if you're looking at just upgrading from a Google Home or any of the minis even, you're going to absolutely love this speaker and everything about it. But if you are someone that is still considering where you are in your smart home and really building out that smart home, then it's time to have a deeper look at all of your options. And that's why what's up on screen right now is the video that compares the Google Assistant, Amazon, and Apple's voice assistant so you can pick the right one for your smart home. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. And of course, don't hate, automate.